been getting some messages lately on the channel from guys that maybe want to get into motorcycling, and girls, and they had a couple questions, and one of those questions was, would it be best to take a professional motorcycle training course, or can I train myself, or just go with someone that I know who can ride? I would say that it's probably best to go with a professional motorcycle riding course, and I think that it's best because, you know, they're going to teach you the right ways. They're going to teach you the proper way, you know, they're not going to pass on any bad habits to you, because bad habits are easy to learn and hard to shake. Now, if, for instance, you figure, well, you know, I can't afford that, because they are expensive. You know, what is it? A 3-day course, and it's about $700, $800. So, nothing to sneeze at. But you got to figure, well, it's an investment in your safety. And that's worth a hell of a lot. But if you figure, no, there's absolutely no way I can do that, so what do I do now? Well, next best thing is find yourself someone that has been riding for quite a while, that rides a lot, not just once every few weekends, and someone smart, someone that is safety conscious, you know, that has that attitude. And maybe that would work for you. If you figure, as I know a lot of guys do, they figure, well, you know, I am a good self-learner, and after all, I've been driving a car for decades or whatever, and I'm a really good driver. I'm safe, I know the rules of the road and whatnot, and I got a motorcycle now, but I don't have my license. And you figure, well, because you can keep upright on it and you can shift the gears and turn a corner, that the rest is a piece of cake. But I'm here to tell you that it isn't. You know, riding a motorcycle is very different from being on 4 wheels. I think the best advice I can give anyone that is considering learning to ride, getting their license, is don't just think of getting your license. Don't think of it as, what do I need to do to pass my test? You know, it's not just about passing your test. It's about learning to be safe, learning to ride as well as you can. And so go into it with that attitude. Don't shortchange yourself by underestimating what you need to learn. You know, don't be afraid of it, but respect it. That's what I'm saying. You know, if you're thinking of teaching yourself and you're absolutely going to do it that way, well, good luck to you, but at least make sure that you find yourself some good resources online. There's tons of them. And study them. Study about the science of it, the physics of being on 2 wheels. Study about all the things that are particular to riding a motorcycle rather than driving a car. You know, like, see all these tar snakes here? You know, when you're on 4 wheels, they're not a problem. But when you're on 2 wheels, you can slip right out on those. I mean, they can throw you if you're in a bend and hit them at the wrong angle, you know, the wrong lean angle. So that's just one of, I don't know, dozens and dozens of things which are peculiar to riding a motorcycle. Dangers that you got to know about. You know, the good part about all this is if you go into it with that attitude that you're committed to learning it thoroughly and well, and you're never going to stop learning, well then that becomes part of the joy of riding. You know, riding isn't about being blissed out on two wheels, you know, just cruising down some highway and being in seventh heaven. I mean, it can be that, but it isn't about being blissed out at all. It's about being tuned in. The other thing about learning to ride, you know, a lot of people have asked me this, well, you know, the bike that you ride, is that a good beginner's bike and so forth, or what would you recommend? Yeah, this is a great beginner's bike, you know, if that's the type of riding you want to do. You know, choose a bike for the type of riding you want to do. You want to do a little bit of road and a little bit of dirt, or a lot of dirt or whatever, then sure, a dual sport is the way to go. And this one's a good one. And it's a good bike to learn on, because it's not super powered. Most people think it's underpowered. But you can do things about that, as I have. Don't go crazy on the power. You know, don't buy a super sport for your first bike, you know. Some 600cc power monster. You know, that's going to be way too much to cope with when you're learning. Pick something a little more friendly. Size doesn't matter as much as how powerful a bike is, you know. I mean, you can buy a kind of a larger, heavy bike, but don't go crazy on the power. That's the thing. Don't buy a super sport. So I think that's all I got for you guys and girls. Y'all be safe. Have lots of fun. And for you folks thinking about getting your license for the first time, you make sure that you commit yourself, do it right, and learn well.